This outbreak has created many changes to the school year, and a lot of you have turned to your school leaders for guidance. Today, we have members of our Student Senate, our Director, Denise Andre, and our Associate Director, Mr. D'Amico, to tackle the ones we've heard the most. You asked, and we answered.
Will we be allowed to go back to school to pick up our stuff from our lockers?
School buildings are closed to students and their families, in keeping with the Ontario Emergency Act. We continue to work with Ottawa Public Health on strategies regarding entry to our buildings. If you're in desperate need of something, for example, eyeglasses, please contact your principal.
If we don't end up going back to school this year, will we be finishing the semester online or just take our midterm marks?
Hey Erin, thanks for your question. We will be continuing with distance online learning for the rest of the year. This is good news for any grade 12 students who are worried about not knowing enough prerequisite material for university or college come September, and is also good news for our other students who will be able to move on to the next grade in September as well. Your final marks in June will be your March 13th grade, with room for improvement if you participate in distance online learning. By the way, your March 13th grade can only go up.
What will report cards be like? How will we get them?
Hi, my name is Denise Andre and I'm the Director of Education. I'm answering a couple of questions from Sage. We do know that report cards will look similar to what they have in the past with marks and comments. This year we were given permission from the Ministry of Education to issue those report cards electronically since we are not able to return to school before the end of June. We're using March 13th as the baseline mark for all of our students, and any work completed after that would only serve to support or improve your mark. We have issued and distributed tech to any students who needed it, so I hope anybody who might have been disadvantaged at the beginning now has the opportunity to engage in their learning with the appropriate technology. Again, thanks for your questions, Sage. Take care.
Is it true that we will not be receiving a grade for this semester, only a pass or fail indication? Are students going to be penalized during this time, or are teachers working with the same mark or higher framework?
Thanks, Andrew, for your question about final marks. You may have heard that at some colleges and universities, they moved to a pass-fail system in April. That's not what we're doing for our grade 12 students right across Ontario. Instead, your final mark will be the mark that you had for each of your courses on March 13th. Your mark cannot be any lower than that mark. If you work with your teachers to improve that mark, your final mark may be somewhat higher than what you had on March 13th. I hope that answers your question, and I hope that everyone stays healthy and safe with your family.
What will happen to our school activities and field trips?
Unfortunately, all overnight trips have been cancelled, and this is because of the social distancing measures put in place by the City of Ottawa. If by chance we do go back to school in June, all extracurricular activities such as sports and all after-school clubs will be cancelled as well.
Are we going to be able to move on to our next grade? Are we going to graduate on time? What should I do if I need mental support or feel stressed and anxious?
Yes, every student will be going on to their next grade. All grade 12 students who were on track to graduate will graduate with their OSSD. The completion of the 40 hours of community service will be canceled for this year's graduates. If you're stressed out, anxious, or just need someone to talk to, please feel free to reach out to your school's guidance counselor by email. Board psychologists, social workers, and counselors are also there to help those who are previously being supported and those who need help now by contacting the Child, Youth, and Family Crisis Line at 613-260-2360 or 1-877-377-7775 for outside of Ottawa. There are also some great local resources, such as the Kids Help Phone at 1-800-668-6868. You can also visit jack.org/COVID for some great tips on how to reach out and maintain your mental health. There's also the YSB website where there's a live chat. Remember that you're never alone.
If the school closures are extended, how are we going to be doing our exams? Thank you.
Hey HRT, the Ministry of Education has decided that all exams for this year are cancelled. Exam days will now become class time if we end up going back. Your marks will not be less than they were on March 13th, but make this decision in conjunction with your school administration. So you will get the credit for your course even without taking an exam, as long as you're passing the course before March 13th.
When will the school open this year? What should I do if I'm having issues with accessing tech?
No, schools will not be opening this year. The Ministry of Education has announced that schools will remain closed until the fall. If you don't have access to tech, you should have heard from your school by now. However, if you're still in need of support in the form of Wi-Fi or electronics during this closure, please reach out to your school via the school's email account, which can be found in the contact information section on your school's website.
What can I do during the summer to keep my mind fresh and my brain moving? Thank you.
Very interesting question, Laura. It's very important to stay active during the summer months, including both mentally and physically stimulated. In terms of school, the board will be running summer school. However, if they're not allowed to run these courses in our schools, many courses will still be offered through distance learning. Keep checking the website to stay informed, and summer school registration is now open. If you're interested in learning more, visit the website right here.
The only question I really have, it's just been eating away at me more than I'd like it to. It's just about the uncertainty regarding our graduation ceremony. I acknowledged a while ago that at this rate it's probably not going to be realistic anymore for us to graduate on time, meaning like in June. But what I'm more concerned about is that OCSB will just completely cancel it. It's such a big milestone and it's more important to some of us than you would think, me being one of those people. So what I'd be really relieved to hear is that OCSB just plans on following in the footsteps of colleges and universities by just postponing it rather than just canceling it completely. But to feel any of that relief, I need to hear back from you. So please keep us in mind.
Hey Madeline.
Hey Madeline.
So as you probably already heard, Gad on May 1st telling us that our prom and our grad have been canceled, so we're not going to be doing it in June. But grad has been moved to the Friday before Thanksgiving, so we still are going to graduate. We're still going to have the ceremony. It's just going to be later.
Yes, hopefully that's a little bit of good news for you to look forward to in October, seeing everyone again, still getting to walk across the stage at grad. Obviously, we feel the same way as you. We're pretty disappointed as well that these big milestones have been altered and our prom has been canceled. We feel the same. We're really disappointed. But we are graduating in a global pandemic, and we are all doing what we can. As long as Ottawa public health permits, you could still do things with your friends for prom or plan things on your own, just making the best out of the situation.
Also, the OCSB website has a section that is just for grads. If you have any questions, you can go there and check it out. It's very helpful for us for now.
All right, thanks for your question, Madeline, and we'll see you in October when you walk across the stage.
What about university? Are they still taking acceptances? Have they made any changes to their admissions process to accommodate for this pandemic?
Yes, universities are still accepting students. And yes, some institutions have made a few changes in response to this crisis. So please, conduct your own investigation, get in touch with your institution, or go visit their website. And please keep checking their news bulletins as information is subject to change as events unfold. In terms of marks, your midterms were submitted to WAC on the 23rd of April, and these marks will be taken into consideration by your post-secondary institutions. You will also be receiving your final marks in June. Please verify with WAC that your marks have been updated.
From the Student Senate to you,
We hope that we answered all of your questions.
and most importantly,
We hope that you and your family are safe and well.
Hang tight and stay positive. We're in this together.
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 If your question wasn't answered in this video, make sure to check out this website for some other frequently asked questions. Also remember to DM your student council Instagram pages, since all your presidents are members of our Senate and should have answers for you. And finally, you can email either myself or Carlos Sanchez, your two student trustees, to get those answers for you. Thanks, and bye for now.